Today, we're diving into a fascinating new study that claims to have found the modern formula for building a business that can't be beaten. So, let's see what they discovered.
You know, it's the question every single leader wrestles with, right? I mean, having a good quarter is great, a hit product, fantastic, but how do you build an advantage that your competitors just can't copy year after year?
Well, it turns out a brand new 2024 research paper decided to take a serious shot at answering exactly that. They went out and surveyed hundreds of managers to see what really separates the true leaders from the pack in today's, let's face it, pretty chaotic market.
Okay, so before we jump into the really juicy results, we need to get on the same page. Let's quickly break down the key ideas they were working with. These are kind of the building blocks for this whole success formula.
All right, first up, e-HRM. It sounds a little jargony, I know, but it's really just a digital makeover for your HR department. Think about getting rid of all that paperwork and using smart, automated systems for everything. You know, recruiting, payroll, the whole shebang. The goal? To make HR faster and, honestly, way more strategic.
Next, we've got organizational agility. And this is basically a company's superpower. It's that ability to just pivot on a dime. You sense a change in the market, maybe a new competitor pops up, and you can react fast without getting stuck in endless meetings and red tape.
Then there's sustainable innovation. And listen, this is so important. This is not about that one single aha moment. Nope. This is about building a culture where you are always getting better, constantly improving your products, your services, and how you do things. It is the engine that never stops running.
And these three ideas, they're all driving towards one thing, the real grand prize, a sustainable competitive advantage. This is your secret sauce. It's that thing your company does that nobody else can do quite as well. And it's something your competitors look at and just can't figure out how to copy. That's what makes a true market leader.
So now that we've got the lingo down, let's see where the researchers actually put this whole formula to the test.
Their proving ground was Indonesia's manufacturing sector, a really dynamic, super competitive place to be. And get this, they got valid responses from 540 different managers. So we're not talking about a tiny little sample here. This is a big, solid chunk of real-world data.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff. The researchers wanted to isolate 3 specific keys to figure out how much each one really moves the needle on building that lasting competitive edge.
So, key number 1, technology. They asked, does all this digital HR stuff actually give you a real long-term advantage? Or is it, just a shiny new toy that costs a lot of money?
They looked for a direct line, a clear, measurable connection between a company using modern HR tech and its ability to win in the long run.
And the data came back with a resounding yes, a clear and positive link. It turns out, when you automate all the routine stuff, you're not just saving a bit of cash, you're freeing up your best people to think about the big picture, the stuff that actually drives success.
Okay, on to key number 2, agility. How important is it really to be able to adapt? I mean, does being quick on your feet actually help you stay ahead of the pack?
This time, they were measuring the link between how agile a company is, how flexible and responsive it is, and whether it could hold on to its top spot in the market.
The result? Oh yeah, absolutely. The data showed agility is a huge driver of success. The companies that could pivot quickly were just way, way better at building and defending their turf. It might not be a total shocker, but seeing the hard data to back it up, that's powerful.
And that brings us to the third and final key, innovation. The researchers really wanted to know if that constant push to improve, that sustainable innovation we talked about, is that the real secret weapon? So they put it to the test. They measured the direct impact of a company's capacity for constant improvement on its success. Basically, is being creative and always pushing forward just a nice to have, or is it absolutely essential? Turns out, it is crucial. The data showed a super strong positive connection. When you're constantly innovating, you're not just keeping your current customers happy, you're literally creating new opportunities and new markets for yourself.
Okay, so we've got our 3 keys, digital HR, agility, and innovation. We know they all work, but which one is the most important? And what happens when they all work together? This is where the whole story really comes together.
Take a look at this. It breaks down the impact of each key. And wow, one of them really jumps out. While they all matter, sustainable innovation had the biggest punch. It was the most powerful driver by a pretty solid margin, followed by agility and then e-HRM. So innovation isn't just on the list, it's at the top.
But here's the real kicker.
The big secret isn't to just pick the top one. No, the real magic happens when you combine them. Just think it through. Your digital HR system frees up your talented people. That gives them the time and energy to innovate. Then, your agile culture lets those new innovative ideas actually see the light of day. And fast. They're not three separate things. They're like three gears in one powerful engine. So, let's bring this all back to the real world. What's the takeaway here? This isn't just some dusty academic paper. It's a playbook. It's a guide for any leader out there trying to build a company that can actually last.
And that really leaves us with one big question to chew on. It's the one every leader should probably be asking themselves. In a world that is just constantly changing, is your business really built for this? Is it digital? Is it agile? And is it truly relentlessly innovative? Because if this study is right, that's the blueprint for success that lasts.